Hey guys, it's Laura. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a tag. I haven't done a tag in a really long time, I think. This is the Dilemmas of a Book Nerd tag. It was originally created by Lindsay's Little Library, which I will leave her original video linked down below. But this is all about bookish dilemmas and what you do about them. So there are 10 questions. Let's go ahead and get started. So dilemma number 1, how do you store and organize your books? So back here are my only 2 bookshelves I have in the house. These books are organized alphabetically by author. That's the only way I can organize my books. I would love to organize them by size or rainbow, but the thought of it gives me anxiety. So I organize them alphabetically by author. I know where everything is. It just works for me. Dilemma number 2, tracking. How do you keep track of what you have read and what books you own? So I keep track of what I've read a couple of different ways. Mainly I use Goodreads. Goodreads is my main thing, but I do also keep a personal little journal. And in that, every month I do write down all the books that I have read and the star rating. So that's how I keep physical track of what I've read. As far as what I own, I do not keep track of that at all. I don't have a system. I really want to get a system. So let me know down below in the comments what you use to track the books that you own. Dilemma number 3, borrow. Do you lend your books out? No. No, I do not. I don't have people around me. I don't have friends here where I live now that are bookish that I can lend books out to. But even if I did, I would not, because my books mean way too much to me. And I don't know what kind of care another person would have with my books. And I'm scared. I'm scared of them being damaged. And I couldn't do it. It would stress me out too much. Dilemma number 4, buying. How do you buy or acquire your books? Okay. So I mostly buy my books on Amazon, but I do occasionally buy books at Barnes & Noble, especially if I want a Barnes & Noble exclusive edition of a book that I love. And the other thing that I mostly use is Book Outlet. I adore Book Outlet, so I mostly buy from Book Outlet and Amazon and occasionally Barnes & Noble. Oh, and Half Price Books, I forgot. Half Price Books is still kind of new to me because I didn't have one back where I used to live before. But Half Price Books I absolutely adore as well. You can find great deals there on used books, and I do go there a lot. So that's where I buy my books. Dilemma number 5, comments. How do you respond to the how do you read so much comment or similar comments? I used to get that question a lot from friends and acquaintances and people that I used to work with. And really the answer is I make time for reading. Reading is my number 1 hobby and it's what I love to do, and so I make time for it. Also, audiobooks are absolutely fantastic for reading a lot. The year I discovered audiobooks, I doubled the amount of books that I read in that year. I always like to have an audiobook going when I'm running errands or working around the house. So yeah, audiobooks. Okay, so dilemma number 6 is next book. How do you pick your next read? Okay. This is something that's actually been giving me a little bit of stress lately. So usually what I do is I check to see what I read last month. If I read a first book in a series or a second book in the series, I try to continue on with that series because I don't like too much time to go in between the books in a series so that I don't forget a lot. So I try to pick up series first. And also I'm a huge mood reader. So it kind of just depends on what mood I'm in. Sometimes I just have absolutely no idea. And that's why I love readathons, because if it's a month where I'm participating in a readathon, then you have certain prompts that you have to fill and you pick out books for those prompts. Super easy. If it's not a month that I'm participating in a readathon, I really don't know what to do. I feel a little bit lost. I don't know what I should pick up next. I want to read everything. Dilemma number 7, travel. How do you pick what book to bring on vacation with you? I read a lot of hardcover books. I love hardcover books, but they're not the best for travel. So if and when I'm traveling, I try to pick up paperback books or ebooks. So it's basically whatever I have available on my shelf that's a paperback, or what I have available on my Kindle as an ebook. That's pretty much it. Just whatever is light and easy and travels well. Okay, dilemma number 8 is annotate. Do you write or highlight or mark up your books in any way? I absolutely do. I love annotating my books. So I do highlight, I do write in my books as well. This is something that 2 years ago, I would never have done. I would never have written in any of my books. I thought I would be ruining my books if I wrote in them or highlighted in them. Now I absolutely don't care. They're my books. If they're books that I love and I'm gonna love and want to keep, I will definitely write all over the book and I will highlight because it just feels more personal to me, and I've gotten so much joy out of annotating books. It's also great to annotate books in series because then you can mark down very important plot points, and when the next book in the series comes out, you don't necessarily have to reread the whole book. You can just go back to your notes and your annotations. So yes, I love annotating my books. Dilemma number 9, new or backlist? Which do you prefer, new releases or backlist books? Okay, I would like to say that I really don't have a preference, but I don't think that's true because I've found myself, especially lately, being extremely distracted. All the new releases, especially lately, that have been coming out have just really been catching my eye, and I just want to read all of them. So I think that I am more attracted to new releases than to backlist books, but I still do enjoy backlist books. I enjoy both, but I would say as for excitement level, new releases definitely get me more excited than backlist books. Okay, and finally, dilemma number 10 is sequels. Do you read books as they are released or wait for an entire series to be published before reading one book? I definitely read books as they're released. If all the books in a series are currently out, then I love binge reading series. But if they're not all out yet, then I will still read the first book or whatever subsequent book is out because there's no way that I could wait until a whole series is published before I start it. I'm just not that person. I'm not that patient. If I absolutely have to reread a book before the next one comes out because there's been too much time, I'll do that, no problem. I love rereading books, but I am not gonna wait until a whole series is complete before I start it because I just get too excited and I have to know, and I can't wait. No patience, none. That is the dilemmas of a book nerd tag. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. I would love to hear from you down in the comments if you want to talk about absolutely anything, any of the answers to these questions. I would love to hear your input. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.